At some point, we have to stop and listen. Mental illness is real, and it's time that we heal. This one here comes out of Atlanta. A piece of history that's important to the minority community could have been permanently destroyed Thursday had it not been for a group of quick-thinking tourists who stepped in when a woman allegedly tried to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. Lanisha Santrice Henderson, a U.S. Navy veteran who earned medals for good conduct among other accolades during her 4 years in the service, was detained by the bystanders at the historic home on Auburn Avenue and taken into custody Thursday night. The 26-year-old former Navy sailor has been charged with second-degree criminal intent to commit arson and interference with government property. A lot of people like to look the other way in the minority community, but as we see repetitively, a lot of things that would be diagnosed as mental illness is plaguing the African American community. It's time that we stand together and we come together collectively and stomp the stigma regarding mental health and mental illness, because it's real out here.
What are you doing?
You don't have to be crazy.
No, that's gasoline.
Get yourself some help. And even if you are struggling mentally, there's something that can help deter and get you back on the right track. Let's listen to this young lady's story and send some prayers up. I'm Booz Boswell. If you haven't followed me, let's get real and heal. Become a part of the community.
The birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. doused in gasoline in an arson attempt. Tonight, one person is behind bars. What we know about them and the home damaged tonight. That is where we begin on News Edge at 11. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes. Atlanta police say that a woman is in custody after trying to burn Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home to the ground. A good Samaritan stopped the woman just before the disaster struck. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo live for us at the scene tonight. Rob, what more do we know?
Tom, such a bizarre situation playing out here earlier this evening. The good news is, though, this could have ended so much worse. But thanks to those quick-thinking actions from those good Samaritans, everything is okay here. You can see things have quieted down from even within the last hour. Earlier today, APD, along with federal agents and National Park agents were out here earlier. Right now, there are just so many questions that still remain. We have some incredible video of this incident, though. I want you to take a look at this. Witnesses say that is the suspect in the act holding that red canister. The 26-year-old woman has been arrested, accused of attempting to vandalize Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home here in Atlanta. This home here along Auburn Avenue has been undergoing renovations, so has been closed to the public for the last couple weeks. Witnesses told police the woman came up to the home carrying a gas can before 6 p.m. They say that she then proceeded to douse the plants and porch with what they say smelled like gasoline. The bystanders, who included 2 off-duty NYPD officers, jumped into action and pinned her down until APD showed. Later, they told cops they intervened when they saw her try to light a lighter.
Had a big 5-gallon gas can in her hand and was going like this over the bushes. So I figured she was, related to maintenance for the building or something, was just trying to water the bushes. But it wasn't coming out, and she seemed a little irritated and a little on edge.
If the witnesses hadn't been here and interrupted what she was doing, it could have been a matter of seconds before the house was engulfed in flames. It was really about the timing and the witnesses being in the right place at the right time.
She finished dumping the gas and dropped it into the bushes. At that point, I called 911 on my phone and stopped recording.
And just within the last half hour, the King Center released a statement thanking first responders, saying, quote, "Fortunately, the attempt was unsuccessful thanks to the brave intervention of Good Samaritans and the quick response of law enforcement," adding, "Our prayers are with the individual who allegedly committed this criminal act." Now, police tell us the woman is facing charges of a criminal attempted interference with government property and attempted arson. She could also be facing more federal charges because this is a federally protected property. That's the latest from here live in downtown Atlanta. Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5.
Up in flames, Rob. Thanks for the latest. The home on Auburn Avenue dates back to 1895. Dr. King's parents moved into the home in 1926, and he and his siblings were all born there. In 1968, plans were made to begin restoring the home as a museum. The MLK birth home closed at the end of November for restoration work. It was scheduled to reopen in